college is worthless. Why on earth would I spend 4 years of my life to get a piece of paper that simply says that I have endured countless hours of studying and tests and lessons? Now, I know many people who have held this viewpoint towards college, and they have been very vocal about it. But what really is the purpose of college? Why is it that important? Is it really worth the thousands of dollars that we invest in it? Isn't the culture of colleges nowadays a lot more toxic? Can't we learn a lot of these lessons in the workplace while we're getting paid? Before we really dive into the answers of many of these questions, we have to realize one very simple truth, and that is that there are a lot of bad things that are said about college, but really, college is not all bad at all. In fact, there are many positive things that come out of college that are worth more than any money that we could really invest into it. Let me give you an example. Dr. Jess Shatkin did a little bit of a study on college and a lot of the psychological reasons behind why people go to college. And she found that college, quote, represents a significant step towards adulthood. Now, a traditional student will likely move onto a campus, into a dorm, and they now have to learn to function without the rest of their family around them, without all of their assistance for different things. Others, such as myself, will live at home and take classes online, balance a job or two, handle a lot of these other responsibilities, which means that it's extremely important to learn time management. In addition to taking control of your life, one of the big things about college is that you have to focus on human relationships, as they are one of the most important things in life. Most college students will have at least one roommate throughout their time at a university. And this teaches them how to live with others, how to deal with all of the different aspects of living with somebody you're not familiar with, and addressing any issues that may arise. You also have to interact on a consistent basis with all of your teachers, all of your students, and teaches social skills, essentially. And these relationships are ones that can not only help you inside the classroom, but they can help you in the future with work networking and other things like that. And another major factor is money. It's used every single day, and learning how to manage it without having your parents necessarily to lean on for everything is a really big part of becoming an adult. In beginning these steps, it's important not to shy away from the process, not to make excuses for yourself, but to really jump in, really engage yourself in the process. There are classes that are set at specific times. There are assignments that have specific deadlines. You have to learn to manage your time and take initiative in doing those assignments so that you're not keeping your family awake at 10 o'clock at night doing an assignment like this. Especially if you have to balance a lot of other responsibilities on top of your schoolwork. It's really important that you reevaluate your life. You keep the things that are absolutely necessary, and you have to eschew the things that are not really that important. As you develop this new mindset, you really have to go back to people. You need to develop new relationships. They need to become more important than any objects or obstacles that you have in your way. A lot of students will join a fraternity or a sorority to be with people who are like-minded or have similar interests, and for those who don't feel that's a good fit for them, they'll join other social clubs or groups that focus on an extracurricular activity or a common interest. Outside of friends, there's still the financial aspect. And it's nothing to be afraid of because there is financial aid, and there are a lot of other secondary sources of income and credit that make it easier to avoid taking out a college loan. Taking out a massive college loan is not necessary. You can do work-study programs. You can apply for a lot of different grants and scholarships. And you can just work your tail off and get it done. But there's no need to really be concerned about money, and I'll talk a little bit about that later. But as we look at all of these different things that need to be done, they cannot be done without hard work. You have to learn to care for yourself, and sometimes that means you have to lay out everything in a plan, especially with important dates. When are assignments due? You put that on the calendar. When are you working your scheduled shifts? You put that all on a calendar so you can see what's going on so that you can manage your time efficiently. You have to purposefully let yourself grow closer to a person, a group of people that are like-minded in Christ. These are the relationships that are going to be most influential during this period, and they are the ones that can be the most powerful and have the most impact later on down the road. And again, we need to not be stressed about money. And here's where we kind of get to the part about that is in 2015, the LA Times published the results of a study. And this study was researching the average lifetime earnings of an American citizen. What it showed was that the average American citizen who went to college and got their degree earned over $1 million more during their lifetime than people who had no college degree. So there's no need to stress about that. You will be able to make up that money in time, and it won't be that much of an issue, and you'll thank yourself later for doing it. Now, depending on your age and your stage in life, you may feel like not all of these benefits really apply to you, and you would be correct. Regardless of your station in life, however, college has the potential to dramatically increase your quality of life, whether that's helping you in the financial aspect of things or helping you to pursue something that you are very passionate about. Everyone's college experience is uniquely different, and for some it may be the best thing that's ever happened to them, and for others, not so much. Either way, there is a reason that attending college and getting a degree is more the cultural norm than the exception. And it's not just because it bridges that awkward gap between teenagerhood and adulthood, but because it provides you with a base, foundation, upon which you can build the rest of your life. Thank you.